Get a Job in Tech, episode 134. Thank you very much for listening to this. Hope everybody's having a great weekend, great vacation, great holiday coming up. Fantastic. I want to just hit on this point where a couple of different people on YouTube, one particular one was the Ken Coleman and the Dave Ramsey show, talking about people working from home and like the workers are demanding they're going back, you don't want to go to office, they want to stay home. And then like they're like, all mad or whatever, right? About it, these two individuals, Ken Coleman and Dave Ramsey, like, we don't work from home here in our company or whatever it is, right? And maybe, that works for them, right? That's the company. But don't, the problem I have with all this, right? The problem I have with all this is like, it's a pushback. They're pushing back against, progress basically, right? Because we have developed, hey, listen, in the past year or so, a lot of people have said, hey, I want to work from home. And the company's like, okay, work from home. And now all of a sudden the companies out there are saying, hey, you need to be back in the office? What is up with that? That's not real. That's not realistic, right? Why would I want to come back in the office when I'm working fine, working from home? It makes no sense at all. It makes no sense at all from an employer. Now, if you work at a gas station, of course, that's a little different, right? But if you work from home, your job can do from home or whatever, why not? I know a couple of people who work from home and their company said, hey, if you want to just continue to work from home, go for it. Like Google, Twitter, some of those companies said, yep, just stay work from home indefinitely, no big deal, right? And what people don't understand, I think companies don't understand this, right? Oh, you're there, you can see me, you must be working. That's not the case. Actually, people that work from home, I would submit to you, work more hours, work more than the people who work on the office. And because they spread it out. For instance, like in the morning, they might do their thing, their routine or whatever, and in the afternoon, maybe they take a little break, like a 1 hour break, whatever, and then maybe in the late afternoon they take another little break, and then in the evening maybe they do some catch-up work or whatever, and they're more productive versus like going in the office, driving in the office for 1 hour or whatever, standing around, okay, 7, 8, 9 p.m. a.m. or whatever, oh, let's talk, yap, catch up on everything, and then people are like, oh, how's it going? Boring, whatever, right? And then go home, and then an hour later they're home. It's just so much better when you're working from home. Way more better. Even a staycation. I think the next thing really is like a staycation or like Airbnb. Airbnb, if you're listening, by the way, do a little thing on your website, like promote like, hey, staycation, meaning like, hey, act now and sign up for staycation or whatever, right? So you have these homes of people that do Airbnb or hotels or whatever, right? Where they go there, they're on a vacation. They go from, let's say they go from Georgia to California, right? On vacation. And it's a week, maybe it takes 3 weeks or whatever, but they're working from home every day in a different location every day, or maybe every couple of days, a different location. What a great thing that is to do. The family goes out and does things while the parents or a parent works from home. The family does little deals. I think that'd be a really good idea actually for people to experience it. Or why do you even go to like say Alaska? So you travel to Alaska, I think take a week to go there, and you're from Florida, let's say, or maybe longer in that case. So maybe it takes 3 weeks to get there, let's say, right? Back and forth, let's say. So let the family member staycation, go boom boom, go from home, right? I think I mentioned that as well in a couple of different podcasts where if you give the employee who wants to go to Disneyland with their kids, give them time off. If their job takes 3 hours to complete, during the day or whatever, okay, just you commit 3 hours to do this job after 5 p.m. So 5 to 8 or whatever, or 6 to 9 or whatever, or 7 to 10 p.m. When they're in their hotel, they do the job. Done. That's just so much easier, so much better. Now let's go back to how you yourself can get a job in tech. You yourself can go from zero, $15 an hour, $20 an hour, whatever you make, to making 6 figures in 2 years. Very, very doable, especially nowadays. Very, very doable. When I travel through like Indiana and Ohio and Minnesota and Texas and all these other places, I see a lot of places like now hiring $15, $22 an hour in some cases, starting off $22. Imagine that. So IT is just another one of those things. So how do you say, okay, I work at wherever, you work at Walmart, McDonald's, let's say, right? And you want a better job, you want to make this IT transition. How do you do it? You don't know. You're like, this is why, hey, Gary, this is why we're talking to you, why I listen to your podcast. I want to know. Tell me how can I do this? Okay, I'll tell you. Basically, first of all, dedicate 3-4 hour periods of time during a week, meaning a block of 4-hour periods. Like you got, let's say Monday is 4 hours, Wednesday is 4 hours, and Friday is 4 hours. Or maybe you can do on a Saturday or Sunday, right? Something like that. Maybe something like that. Anyway, block off 3 4-hour segments of time during the week so that you can just figure out what you want to do. The first 4 hours segments are looking at resume. Really, just look at it, apply. Anything remote. And then whatever your salary is, okay, maybe $3 or $4 more an hour, right? Just to hit it off, right? Just see. The second 3 hours, well, you do this probably for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, right? Meaning you apply. So during the first week, that's 12 hours. You apply all the time. Everywhere, calculate, take a notepad, smart sheet, whatever, or some sort of spreadsheet or whatever, and then calculate, okay, what are my jobs? What did I apply for? How much does they pay or whatever? And then any interview you go on, record it. Or at the very least, write down the notes. What do they want you to know? What kind of knowledge, what kind of IT stuff do they want you to know? What kind of information do they want from you? Use that to your advantage. Okay, that's first week. Second week, focus more on learning the skill set. What skill did they teach me in those interviews that I don't know already? What do I not know? Okay, highlight that. Bam. Now you know that knowledge. Just, you don't have to know a lot, really, to be honest with you. Just know a little bit of knowledge, little bit of chunk of knowledge, and put it in your resume. Learn something, put it in your resume. Learn it, put it in your resume. Active Directory, I always talk about Active Directory, help desk. If you do a help desk job, you have to know Active Directory. 100% you have to know that. What is Active Directory? YouTube is your friend. Google is your friend. I promise you on this one. You learn Active Directory, create a couple users, etc., etc. You can go to my course, get a job in tech. What is my course? My course is on Udemy. It's learn Commvault and get a high-paying job. Basically, Commvault is a backup software that niche you down, niche your skill set down to a formidable skill, and you're not like wide. You're not casting a wide net. You're very narrow now. And if you're not familiar with Commvault, that's fine. Just take the course anyway, right, and learn that knowledge. But the first thing is the easy button, right? Take those 12 hours a week, dedicate what you want to do. Apply, rinse, repeat, recycle for the first week. Second week, go on interviews if you can. If you can't, recycle the first week. Third week, same thing. Go on interviews. Record what they did. Record what they told you. Write down what they told you to get. The knowledge you need to get, the skill set you need to have, the skill set that they want you to have. Next week, learn those skill sets. Rinse, repeat. Go on interviews again. Look at apply again. Learn the skill set. Rinse, repeat. In 3 months' time, you're going to have your salary. It'll go from whatever you're making now to at least $2 or $3 an hour more. And you're also going to see a pattern develop. That's the whole key here. You're going to see a pattern of like, oh, okay. And then you get the confidence because the more interviews you go on, the more confidence you have. And say, oh, I can do this. Because they're asking the same questions all the time. And you're ready for the answer now. Like, oh, okay, I get it. So this is how you get a job in tech and continue to work from home or get a job in tech so you can work from home. So thank you very much for listening to this podcast. Have yourself a great day.